When I was doing Good Morning Britain, right, I think I told you this.
The fat one?
What, sorry?
The one about fat people having worth. What was it? Yeah.
I almost got to talk about Christmas lights with Paul Burrell.
Honestly, every segment he's on, it's like Alan Partridge has spoken it into his dictaphone. Christmas lights with Paul Burrell.
The Bodyguard?
Hanukkah with Chris Eubank.
Are you crying?
Yeah, I am. I really enjoyed it. Hanukkah with Chris Eubank is now a thing a feature I want. Like, that's absolutely a feature. I won't rest till that's on the telly.
Yeah. Hanukkah is an important pastime of the Jewish faith.
Now we light the candles.
Shall we sing having the...
I'm recently circumcised.
It's always fun to celebrate Passover.
Chris Eubank.
Chris Westbank.
Content warning. Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is not suitable for all audiences, and viewer/listener discretion is advised. For example, if, when you just heard the term ladies and gentlemen, you immediately thought about how exclusionary it is, then it's probably best you turn this off now.
Hello, welcome to Dead Men Talking with me, Rob Mulholland, and him, a big, fatter cunter.
Japanese?
No. Big, fatter racister. What a way to start an app.
Yeah. We've been recording a couple of things today, and so we're in a very giddy mood.
No, this is the first thing we've done. It's fresh and new. Don't show them behind the curtain.
This is the very first thing we've done. We've just got in. We're in a very giddy mood.
Yeah. And if you're in a giddy mood, why not treat yourself to some tickets to our tour? Especially if you're Glaswegian, please.
Deadmentalkpod.com. You can also get merch on there and sign up to Patreon.
If you want a discount on said merch.
Yeah, you get 10% discount.
Genuinely, if you're going to buy a t-shirt.
I almost said the code then.
Yeah, don't fucking say that. They'll get it for free, you knobhead. No, so genuinely though, if you get the 10% off, if you're going to buy a t-shirt off us, it'll cover the cost of a month of Patreon. You essentially get it for free.
All right, Martin Lewis.
We don't talk about him. Dead to us.
We got Hatty Preston on
She's fucking class this episode.
And she very quickly beds into what this podcast is all about.
Yeah, I love it when someone just immediately goes, oh, we're down here.
Oh, he is a fat cunt. Yeah. Well, let's roll with it and see where it goes.
Yeah,
that's exactly what she does.
It was loads of fun. This really enjoyed it. You're going to love it too. Give us some money.
Check her out on social media as well because she's rather good at comedy.
Yeah, I thought. Okay, we'll
what did you think?
I thought you were going to say something deeply misogynistic. I just assumed you were going to be like, "Cause she's fucking fit."
No,
as we discussed in the episode.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Hot Maribel. That's who you want. That's who you want to follow.
Yeah. Find out in the episode who it is that should replace her.
Let's talk about rape, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
That's my little song.
You are sorry?
That's still my little song.
I know when you were singing it before, it's got in my head.
Yeah, little catchy number. Welcome to the episode. Hi.
What an absolute segue.
If you're a fan of segues, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh, baby. This is the #1 segue podcast in the North.
That's why I'm here. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Only because Freddy doesn't like walking.
Yeah, we sort of get a mobility scooter between bits. That's how we do it.
Yeah, I mean, we are less than a minute in and we've mentioned rape, we've mentioned me being fat, we've introduced a guest. This seems about right.
Okay.
So if anyone's playing the Dead Men drinking game, they are now passed out.
Did you ever play drinking games when you drunk?
I had quite a serious problem, mate, so yes.
You strike me as a drinking game kind of person.
Well, I was just a drinking kind of person. Like, what annoyed me with drinking games was when when it was like, oh, the forfeit is you drink. That annoyed me because, like, why are we trying to not drink here? Like, what are we doing? So I'd always be sneaking drinks in between the bits where I was meant to drink was my problem with them.
Oh, trying to lose, that's what I was doing. And then it looks stupid.
I'll tell you what I like drinking game. I like Roxanne. Have you played that?
Roxanne? Oh, to the
So you play the song.
Roxanne, sorry, yeah.
Every time you stop at a red light, you have to do a drink.
Yeah.
Well, no.
And then there's that bit in the middle, isn't it?
So someone picks Roxanne, and someone picks red light, and then whenever that word gets said, you have to stand up and drink.
Yeah.
And just by the end of it, it's
You're
just
in
people just
pieces.
standing
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
down and drinking. It just used to make me laugh every time.
Yeah.
And then probably be sick because it's a lot
you
of
got to be
drinking.
sick at the end of a drinking
That's
game.
the whole rules.
You fan of any drinking games in particular?
I love like Ring of Fire was our big one at uni.
It's the classic,
like an
isn't it?
Classic.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a thinking man's drinking game. Is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
That's what I always say. But I remember my worst was arrogance.
What's arrogance?
Arrogance was when there was a
I
middle.
think I played it.
Such a middle class.
I went to
thing.
quite a middle class uni, so I think I played it. Yeah.
Actually, really arrogant. There was like a thing in the middle, and whenever you didn't, you poured a bit of your drink, like 2 fingers, 3 fingers into.
Yeah.
And I remember playing it at
You
school
end up
with a
drinking
bunch
a
of
pan
boys.
full of shit mix.
And so they were all on the bevs and the whatever, and the
Yeah.
beers and the lager and whatever. And obviously, she sat there with her like cheap Sauvignon and a game over, like absolute game over. Got it hideously wrong. And listen, this is school. That's what school was for. Getting it hideously wrong.
You spent a lot of time in America, haven't you?
I have.
Hattie?
Yeah.
Is drinking culture different over
Yeah,
there?
so different. They can't handle it.
Yeah,
So they
yeah.
literally can't take their drink. So I think part of the reason they invented beer pong was just because they can't actually drink more regularly than that.
Got to slow it
Do you know what I
down.
mean? They've got to like, and they're all
Yeah.
they can't. So I remember the first time I went when I was living over there for the first time at college. So bear in mind I was 21, but I'd been drinking since we were all like 6. And then like, went over there. My friend was like, getting DUIs. One of them was getting into the police. One of them was getting like carried home after half a bottle of wine,
Yeah.
being sick down a leg.
And you're a veteran already.
This
Yeah.
isn't, yeah.
Do you know what? That's mad. That because I started drinking when I was 13. Right?
Yeah, I was about then. Yeah.
And I drunk every week
Yeah.
until I was like able to go to town and not get ID'd, right? And I remember when I was 18 and I was going to town, and all the people who were sort of my age at school and stuff, they were absolutely fucked because they had no idea, one, what their limits were, two, how to pace themselves.
But also how to get out of the sticky situation. Do you know what I mean? Like I could always get myself home. Wherever I was, wherever I am in the world, from the because same as you, I think I drank most at school. I actually think my school years were my biggest drinking years. Uni was respite, really.
This is it. I did all my passing out on a fucking hill when I was 14.
Yeah, Castle
At the
Grounds.
bottom of the hill because it was.
No.
He was sitting there. He actually was at the top and rolled down,
It's a kid at the bottom just grabbing his hat out the way.
reenacting Humpty Dumpty for the locals.
He did it next to an army barracks.
Target practice.
I
It'll
used
be
to
an
get,
easy one today, boys.
I used to get
Aim at that hill.
I used to get drunk at the top of the hill, right? And the hill was an old Mott and Bailey castle
Right.
from like the Norman times or whatever. And it was at the end of a graveyard. And no one went, because who goes up a hill at the end of a graveyard?
Yeah.
And then that's where we all used to get pissed. And we did that for years and years.
Yeah, ours was a rotation of various We had about 5 different spots that we would just rotate between once like the PCSOs turned up. Like, 'cause we weren't ever doing anything enough to get the real police, but we'd get the sort of like, the voluntary
Dad's
police.
armies, yeah.
The plastic pigs turn up.
Yeah.
And like we knew they couldn't arrest us, so it was just a farce.
Yeah.
So they'd be like, you stay here until the police come here. And we're like, no. And that was the end of the conversation. It's just like...
We've got to go because we're giving out traffic tickets in the morning. So you wait here.
Yeah, it's unreal.
I remember getting caught a few times and watching them pour the alcohol down the drain or whatever.
Jesus.
I was like,
So it's a very sad moment. Yeah, but I did do a lot of irresponsible drinking in every way. Edward Ciderhands was a favourite.
Oh, when you staple it,
Don't you strap it?
2 litre bottle of Strongbow
Yeah,
to
yeah,
each
yeah.
hand, and you can't take them off till they're done. That's just carnage because people start pissing themselves at a certain point.
Yeah, and can't wait.
Yeah. What was the other one you used to play?
We did the Centurion.
Centurion. The boys did that. That was a shot of
horrible.
beer, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it starts off like you think like, oh, this is nothing. By
Yeah.
about 40, it's torture.
This is
and
what I don't
everyone's just
understand. It's a
chundering
shot of beer every minute on the minute,
for
isn't it?
100 minutes.
But in your head, you're like, a shot of beer, that can't, there's no way. But how many
It's a lot.
pints is that?
It's 4. It's only like 4 cans. So
But
it doesn't
it's
sound a lot.
The pace
does
of
it?
it.
Pace,
It's the
The
pace.
pace is so constant and you get no
wait, a
respite.
shot of beer every...
minute
Every
for
minute
100
for
minutes. It's
100
one of those
minutes.
things that sounds a piece of
Yeah.
piss.
It does sound a piece of piss.
Honestly,
The
It sounds
boys
like it's
used
just
to
a
be
swig,
wrecked.
innit?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a shot is more than a swig.
It's
so gassy.
Do you know
Yeah.
what?
Out of 8 of us, I was the only one who made it to the end without throwing up, and I threw up 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
I feel
Do you know what that probably is? Right, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking it's because people hear that a shot of beer and they go whoop like that.
And honestly, the first 40 are like that. You're like whip, whip,
Yeah, yeah.
whip,
This is a
whip,
piece
and then
of piss.
eventually it hits you, and you just want 5 minutes without beer, and you don't get
I
it.
bet if you just go like that and just sip like a lady for...
No, but it's a shot glass.
It's 100 of them in a row.
Shot glass.
And like a minute isn't as long as you want in between. Honestly, mate, it just gets so intense.
Really?
Yeah.
There was a website we found when we did it. It was like 2008, and it was Father Jack from Father Ted, and every minute he'd go drink, and honestly, by the end of it, you're like, "Fucking shut the fuck up!"
Yeah,
it's horrible.
It's like we used to do as well. We had a run of in our town. Like my town used to be in the Guinness Book of Records for most pubs per population. It's like a little drinky town. There's still a run of 18 pubs that's like 5 minutes from the first to the last through the town centre, and we'd do a golf course, obviously. So the rules we had were it was half a pint in every pub. But the rule that made it horrible, it was as soon as someone finishes theirs, everyone's got to finish. So in every pub, there'd be one person who was feeling better than everyone else, who just got a bit of a second wind. Who was like, you just skull it and then watch all your mates go, no! Honestly, by the end of it, there'd be like 2 or 3 of us left and we'd find people in bushes on the way home. On the way home, I fell over a wall randomly in a housing estate walking home and I landed on one of my mates who had passed out in a bush on the other side. Coincidentally, at the exact same bit, I just fell over a wall, fucking landed on him. All right.
I really don't think that'd be too bad, that, because it's
another one.
pints.
It's the pace. We'd do it in 2 hours. You know, like in the words of the great Lemmy, a man who knew a thing or two about drinking.
Yeah, it's not
what you drink. It's
quick.
not how much you drink. It's how quick you drink it.
It's a true philosophy for our time.
I think pub crawls, as a rule, are the shittest thing. Like when you go one pub, one drink, next pub, one drink.
Oh, I love it.
If you're at the back of the queue, then as soon as you get to, I've got to down this pint, and then you're already at the back again, and you
just
spend
don't
the
be
whole
at the back, you little bitch.
Then you just spend the whole night queuing. I just want to have a sit down and a chat. Is that too much to ask?
They
Robert?
also weren't conducive at university to getting fingered. Do you know what I mean? Like when, can you consider like all you're trying to do at uni is get fingered? Like every time you get.
I mean, you're not speaking on behalf of all of us here.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
I mean, you're speaking on behalf of me.
I was at
You were
university
trying to get fingered,
exclusively
Mate,
get fingered.
any opportunity.
Exactly. And so every time you start getting like, chatsy, you're on to the next pub and you're like, I'm going to start this whole shit all over again.
But you did get very drunk and vulnerable, so you know.
That's a dream for getting fingered, actually.
Yeah.
University.
But I don't reckon...
That's what you want. That's the perfect storm.
What you should have done is try and get fingered in every pub.
Oh, man! That should have been the girls' campus 12.
A muff crawl.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we should have done.
Yeah, I'm sure you could make it happen
Thank
if you really
I
wanted
appreciate
to.
that, Rob. I think I could too.
I think it says more about drunk men than anything.
I know. I'm exquisite. I'm exquisite.
Sure,
when I'm
not disputing.
I have absolute game for getting fingered.
I think it'd be easier for you to get fingered in a different pub than me to go and finger a different person.
I agree. I also agree with that.
I reckon
Unless
so,
we're on the same pub crawl, and then we could just combine teams, and I can make you look good.
I think if it's
you
the
bring
same
10
person
mates.
in
You bring
every
10
pub,
mates. I'll bring
that's
10
Yeah.
mates.
If it was the other way round and it was men had to finger a different woman in every pub,
it'd take 20 years.
And 20 different postcodes.
At some point, you'd get to like a gastropub and you just get stuck forever. There's just all middle class mums coming in for a chai latte.
Wacky warehouse.
I'm way more up for it, actually.
Because the twist is once one guy finishes fingering, you've all got
to go. Like, oh! And there's some absolute fuckboy in the room who just knows his game so well. No, Dan, sit down.
And what are we calling fingers? Like, are we calling just fingers in, or do we have to completion?
Well, what you do, what you do.
There's no way I can make 18 women come in a day.
No.
It's not happening. My arm will fall off.
What you do is you get a pack of cards with you, and if you draw like a heart, then that's one finger.
Yeah. Spade is all business.
If you get a joker, you got to make up your own rule. Right, up to the elbow on this one.
Club, you've just got to punch her in it.
And then there's
it's a funny thumb.
And then there's one person going, I've just got the rules for bridge here. What's...
You got to arch your back like the Exorcist.
Okay, so what are we playing?
I can't wait to play this in Didsbury tonight.
Yeah, I think this might be a difficult pitch to my missus.
No.
This isn't a Didsbury game.
No. We're going
Might be.
Warrington.
We're
playing on easy mode.
Okay.
Yeah, you can very much change the difficulty depending on location.
Okay,
Yeah.
100%.
Warrington.
Yeah, Didsbury would be very difficult. High class women.
Yeah,
around there.
I mean, Preston's the tutorial.
Yeah, that's the first level when you get dropped into the game. It's like, just have a play. We've made it easy for you.
All the women have already got the pants off.
Brilliant. I like the sound of Preston.
Walk in the pub, one of them just sits on your finger.
She's a square, double points.
It's going to be great, guys.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So there we go. We've got a Christmas party idea.
Dead Man Talking Christmas party.
Yeah, we're not going to that pub in your village to try with the 3 old ladies
Oh
in there.
my God, that was the most tragic pub ever. I told him about this pub, right? It's the most tragic pub I've ever been in. And Rob was like, let's go, let's invite everybody.
I think it was his idea, but whatever.
And then we
we're both
went.
pushing it on each other.
We went, and I think that you might have underestimated that.
And shout out to the 3 people who came with us. I can't remember your names, but you were legends.
I might have like missold it, or it been quite charming or quirky.
It was just depressing. Like, I asked for a lemonade and the guy went, he just went, I was going to have that. And then one lemonade.
You got the wine.
I got the one lemonade. And I was like, I was only on lemonade because I'd asked for 4 other soft drinks first that he didn't have. I was just like, literally anything that isn't alcohol, mate, because I don't drink anymore.
Oh my God.
And he was just like, yeah, I was going to have that. Fine.
I was going to have that.
Gives me this flat lemonade from the bottle of a 2 litre.
Oh, you know it's a shit pub when they're bringing out lemonade from
Yeah, when the big bottle comes out.
Yeah,
you know you're in a shit
that's
boozer.
£2.50, please. Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Get out of here.
How?
You stole this from Lidl.
They sold alcohol as well that you'd never heard of before.
Yeah, I like that. I
The
like
lemonade
those
wasn't our whites, it was
No.
pea blacks.
Good. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
What? It does sound like I've mashed 2 racial slurs
It
together.
does, doesn't it? It really does.
Well, it was nice. I liked it.
Oh, right. Okay. That's how you're trying to overcorrect
It
yourself.
was better, if anything, than
I
the
didn't know that
native
was coming
one.
on a woke podcast. Jesus.
Yeah, no, we are the ultimate snowflake podcast.
I
It's
know.
us.
I hate those 2 words with a passion.
I know, I do too.
I hate
Snowflake and podcast.
Yeah.
Just snowflake and woke and all that, and just like anything like, I'm just like, all right, whatever.
I can't picture it. I can't hear the word snowflake and woke without picturing a middle-aged man just rubbing one of his nipples and being like, woke. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like
it's just such a yadar word.
Yeah.
It's like calling a song groovy. It's the same sort of like lexicon.
I don't know. I think Groovy's making a comeback. I think it's making a really ironic
we can't have
comeback.
groovy back. We can't. I mean,
gonna
it
try on
tried
this
in the
podcast.
90s. That's the thing that
Yeah.
the 90s is back in
Oh,
it.
I remember I had the Groovy chick. I had the
Yeah,
Groovy
yeah,
chick
yeah,
pencil
yeah.
case. I remember full well Groovy.
I would have guessed you
Thank
had a
you.
groovy
That was
chick.
a popular pencil case,
Yeah, it
wasn't
was,
it?
wasn't it? Thank you.
I had the cheese and onion walkers one.
Right,
Yeah, I remember that. And it
I
was
think
like
I had
plasticky.
the tin one that would look like had beans all over it. You would have loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, I had
Freaked out
I
by
had
beans.
a pocket and a biro.
I didn't even have that for most of it. I was the can someone lend me a pen guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
towards
yeah.
high school.
Yeah. I had pens for the first week. I was that kid. I was turned up, you got the new stationery set. Then within a week, my compass is in a wall. I've snapped my ruler flinging rubbers at people. And I've got no equipment left.
Yeah. So I used to get rid of all the stuff pissing people off, and then I used to have one pen that would just last me for the year.
Didn't even have that. But like I was like, I had sort of quite a Bash Street kid sort of, like existence at school. Like sort of that
Plug.
gently,
That's who you were.
that gently Beano sort of thing. See, on that actually, I just got a text off Indiclone. He messaged me to say that there's been a change in the Bash Street kids recently. I don't know if you've seen this.
What's the Backstreet Kids?
The Bash Street, on Beano.
In the Beano.
Oh,
a
let's
bunch
get 'em
of
up.
school
They're like
kids.
the
Get them up.
the Scotty boys.
Because
Oh,
there was
right.
like Fatty and Plug and all this.
So
but they've renamed the characters to
Jesus.
avoid bullying, right?
Oh,
so
the whole point of them was bullying.
exactly. So they all had like nicknames of taking the
it's
piss of
Bash.
each other.
Oh, it's Bash,
They've
yeah.
that is very different. Backstreet.
So,
but-
well, that's what I thought you meant.
you know-
Backstreet Kids.
They've renamed Fatty and they've
Chunky.
no.
Freddie.
No.
As he fuck.
I'm not even joking. Fatty is now known as Freddie, the one on the back row.
You are fucking
and it
messy.
is
I
as
am
well.
genuinely not.
Oh, well, at least he's not
They've
bald and wait.
They've
Right.
renamed the fat
I-
bald cunt Freddie.
I can
This-
see
this
that
is
being actually
Plug.
like a school photo from you.
Yeah. Oh, that's me. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the two of
Mate.
you.
Yeah. And then that's Tom down at the
it.
front with the jumper up round his nose.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
left, that's you.
Oh.
Yeah. But
They're
yeah, they have genuinely
lovely.
renamed the fat character Freddie. So
Freddie.
maybe they're a fan. If you're from the Beano, lovely to have you here.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that, Freddie?
I feel like, when Homer Simpson has that
Yeah. How's that idiot character, yeah.
Mr. Sparkle.
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck's
I
sake,
He changed his
man.
name to Max Power.
That's that episode, yeah. So, yeah.
This is huge for your career. Look, you
Yeah.
just made the Bash Street Kids.
There you go.
It really is not huge for
Yeah,
me.
it's huge. This will sell tour tickets like that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, yeah, come and watch a Beano reunion.
Yeah, we don't need Beano fans at our tour, to be
Freddy
fair.
and Plug on tour. I can't wait.
So yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
Did you ever read the Beano and shit?
I did.
I was a big fan of the Beano.
I read the Beano. My sister got the Dandy.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
I was Bunty.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
What the fuck are all these things? Are you mad?
It's childhood,
comics.
Freddie. It's childhood.
I don't think I
It's a
had
functional
anything like
childhood.
that.
Yeah, I know. You seem like someone who didn't have joy in their childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our parents loved us. Well, half of Rob's did.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I only got half the magazine. I got it every other week. Just had to put it together.
Rob got it, and just as we started enjoying it, someone nicked it and it went away.
Rob's got a full Beano collection, but it's only odd numbers.
But yeah, I really like the Beano. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Beano was shit, and I haven't read any of it. It just looks shit.
Did you not ever have like magazines as a kid? I started loads of those ones where it's like build a pirate ship, and like you're like, oh, this will be great, and then you realise it costs $3,000 if you actually do it.
The first one's £1, and then the second one's like 25 quid.
I started a lot of those, but yeah, I always had magazines when I was a kid. Like do you
remember the Where's Wally ones where you learn about stuff?
Yeah.
You just learned about the pyramids for absolutely no good reason, but you knew about the pyramids one week, like everything about the pyramids. And then the next week it would be like a dam somewhere in Bangladesh, and you learn about that dam in Bangladesh.
A dam in Bangladesh?
Yeah. You just learn about stuff that you never asked for, but thank God you knew. You were like, yes! Going to school, waving your Where's Wally, like,
I was
don't know if you've heard
super
about
into
this
all
dam in Bangladesh.
I'd be quite pissed off if episode 1 was the pyramids and episode 2 was a dam in Bangladesh.
But that's the thing about Where's Wally, it keeps you guessing, doesn't it? Keeps you on your toes. Like you're like, I don't want to get only mainstream wonders of the world. I want to get
I want a dam
off the
on a
beaten track.
floodplain.
Yeah. No longer
Because like, if there is a dam in Bangladesh, it's doing a bad job.
It is failing
floods
miserably.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's one of the most flood-prone.
How obscure do you want it?
It's actually just the yellow pages on its side.
It was cheap to make.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
How obscure do you want your Wonders of the World? Do you want like the RAC building on the M6?
I think that's exactly
Preston bus station.
Best service station. Like those
Don't you
ones.
get started on Preston bus station.
I just fucking get over it.
What do you mean, get over it?
Preston are so proud, their little bus station.
I hate Preston bus station with a passion. I want it bulldozed to the fucking ground, and so did the council, but they accidentally got it listed instead.
Yeah.
So now it lives there forever.
Why is
It's a
that?
listed building.
Yeah.
A bus station.
Wait,
It's a World Heritage site.
Why? What have they
brutalist
done there?
architecture.
Yeah.
It's
classic brutalism.
yeah, it's horrible. It's get up a picture of Preston bus station. Have you never seen Preston bus station?
No, that's what they called me when I was 15.
So she's fucking brutal.
Brutalist.
Tell you what, she's going to complete that fingering pub record quick, isn't she? God.
Don't stop for long.
I'm just waiting for it to load.
They used to call me Preston bus station because I stink and tramps used to stay in me.
I'm full of piss.
It actually looks all right. I thought it was really busy. That's like an airport.
Yeah,
on the
I
bus
think
station.
you're being really unfair.
No one at any point ever questioned why a small city the size of Preston would ever need one of the biggest bus stations in the world.
Because none of you have cars.
Exactly.
You know, like you're not affording a train, are you?
So how are they going to get the tourists lot if they can't get buses in? Yeah. So now they're going to get everyone.
And none of you walk anywhere, clearly.
Yeah, exactly. And there aren't enough hills for you all to just roll everywhere.
Do you have a bus each? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
My bus service is just a two-seater mobility rascal.
Yeah.
Just got someone driving it for you.
It comes down to it's a 234 Freddy.
Yeah, we're so lazy we don't even want to drive our own mobility scooters. We outsource that shit.
Yeah, Freddy's is just like a Toyota pickup truck. Just gets lashed to the back.
I don't know why we started talking about Preston bus station.
Just everyone in Preston's very proud of it, so I like shit.
Wonders of the world, innit?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was Wonders of the World.
We also have the first ever KFC outside of... Stop laughing.
You can't know
Surely
that.
Kentucky
You
was the
can't-
first
Yeah, I was
one.
going to say, that's no way you're the
No,
first.
outside of America.
It's like, you know, in Richie Rich, where he's got one in his basement,
Yeah,
he's got
yeah,
a
yeah.
Mackey's. That's just Freddy's house with a KFC.
Right, first UK KFC. See?
Yeah, Preston.
See? Go fuck yourselves. I'm the
I
first
mean, I didn't
motorway.
disbelieve you.
Do you think it's franchise? Do you think someone in Preston went to Kentucky and was like, I want it. I want it, and I just need you to trust me.
Yeah, we've got a bus that goes straight there.
I need you to trust me that Preston is the
Well,
place
this
to
is
bring
it.
this.
The things that like Preston has, it's fast food, a bus station, and and motorway.
I'm Wilson Gromit.
A way to make you fat and 2 ways to get the fuck out of Preston.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
I like
And Freddie Flintoff's from there as well.
Okay.
Yeah. What's Knaresborough got? A fucking
That's
bed
ironic, 'cause
race.
he's-
The keyboardist from Simply Red. He's from Knaresborough.
behave. If you heard yourself.
Yeah. Mother Shipton, she was famous. Old Mother Shipton.
What?
Old Mother Shipton. She forecast the end of the world. If you Google Mother Shipton.
Terrible at a job, apparently.
So, so she was an old crone who lived in a cave in Knaresborough. You can still go visit her cave, right?
Yeah.
And, there's the petrifying well outside her cave, which is a bit of cliff where the water drips down. If you hang something up, it gets gradually covered in stone. So there's all, teddies that are covered in stone hanging up there. So it's whoa, she's evil.
Right.
And, there's all this stuff attributed to her that when the High Bridge in Knaresborough falls down a third time, the world will end. And it fell down twice in construction, so fuck you know. And she's, supposedly forecasted horseless carriages and all this shit. Turned out all the predictions were written about 200 years after her death by some guy, and she was just a very ugly woman that was so ugly people assumed she was
a witch.
The daughter of Satan, so they made her live in a cave.
I like that.
And if you've been to my hometown, to stand out as ugly is a hell of an effort. It's a real fucking shift. So yeah, that's Old Mother Shipton. That's one of our tourist things in Knaresborough.
That's brilliant.
You should
be really proud of that, Rob. Actually,
Thank you,
that's huge.
Yeah.
Well
it's
done.
much better than a fucking bus station, isn't it?
It is
Sorry.
Hatty, is there anything famous in London? Where you're from?
Yeah, we're pretty quiet about it. Yeah. I think we got the 5th KFC.
I'm taking massive exception to the fact that an ugly woman that you made live in a cave is better than a bus station.
Yeah, the fact that we could tell that one of our women was ugly, unlike Preston.
And also that they've got a cave. That's huge.
Yeah.
A cave?
We've got
That's
a
massive.
medieval castle. It's a very beautiful historic town there.
Preston doesn't have any ugly women.
No. Was that?
I'm staying by that.
Yeah, not one.
What? You ever been?
I mean, your mum's from Preston, isn't she?
No.
No?
Nope.
All right.
Does she live there?
From Knaresborough.
Right.
Used to live in a cave.
This was the gargoyle she predicted.
I think the ugly Preston women are just buried under the KFC. Just get them there.
Yeah, that's why it's top of a hill. The old Moundermingers.
The mound of me.
But yeah, I'm from a genuinely beautiful little town though, so you can't really fuck with me on that.
I'm from a shithole. Yeah. But
what? What's your butt?
I don't know.
You didn't have one, did you? You were trying to have an upside to Preston. It's like, but
I said but, and I was like,
think of a but.
I'll think of something, and nothing came.
It's one of my favourite things with Freddie. Every now and again, he'll launch into a sentence without knowing the end of it.
Risk.
Yeah.
Cerebral risk. Yeah.
1 in 3 of my sentences, I've no idea. I've no idea where they're ending.
Where they're going.
Yeah. I just enjoy the journey.
I was literally, that's all you can do. Just enjoy the journey. Just set out, see where it takes you, where the tide takes you.
You're going to move up here, aren't you?
I'm going to move up here. I'm coming north.
Preston?
Yeah. No, I'm Preston's on the
Aim
list.
higher.
Yeah. No, when I've heard about the KFC, it's insane. It's
Ye
beating
olde
surely.
KFC.
Yeah, I am moving up north. I'm going to move up here in spring.
Amazing.
Where are you
moving?
Spring. Liverpool, I think, is what it's going to be.
Uh-huh.
I'm fucking over London. I'm over, and I know this is exactly what you want to hear, and I'm walking right into the trap. But I'm so over it. I'm so over it. It's awful. Everyone's awful. Everything's awful.
Full of cunts, isn't it? Yeah.
I just is. Do you know what I think about every day? This is my way of saying I think about you every single day, Freddie. Is remember we all went out for burgers after Vauxhall, me, you and Dan Tiernan?
Yeah.
And we went to that burger place, and that delightful man had just been flipping burgers all day, just minding his own business, flipping burgers. Freddie went out to order a burger and went, "Oh, cheers, mate. Yeah, how you doing?" And he went, "You're the first person all day who's asked me how I'm doing."
Yeah.
And he got free beer out of it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was delighted.
fucking did.
Because he
Absolutely
knows he
delighted.
gets stuff if he asks.
Absolutely. But I was like, this poor fuck has been
I
sat
smell
there.
some free chips.
This man
How's
looks
your
malleable.
family? How are the wife and kids? I ended up with a 7-patty burger.
But like, not only were you the first person who said, "How are you?" but he was moved enough by it to comment on the fact that you were the first person who said, "How are you?" I was like, what are we fucking doing?
It's
This
insane.
is awful.
It feels to me like, and I lived in London for a while. I'm not one of these northerners who bloody London without knowing. I lived there for years. Everyone in London is so stressed and angry because it's such a hard place to live.
Yeah.
You're constantly running to stay still. And there's the constant FOMO of going there's something good happening in the city, but I can't find it because I've been at 20 shit things.
Yeah.
And people are always like, there's so much happening. And there's tons of events happening, but every one of them has 5 people at it. There are tons of underattended shit things. They're either 5 people or it's wildly overcrowded.
Yeah.
Speaking
Here
of
we
which,
go. Here's a hard segue away from the conversation we're having.
Speaking of which, we we have a tour day in London.
We do, yeah, actually. Yeah, speaking of underattended events in London.
It's available at deadmentalkpod.com.
Yeah. But it's my theory on why the scooter drivers drive so aggressively. I think they just want to die.
I think that. The electric
death.
scooter guys, yeah, big time.
They're
Yeah.
just like, please run me over. I'm sick of living here.
When I first met Hatty, it was at a gig in London.
Where
Vauxhall,
you're going to do your tour.
Vauxhall Comedy Club,
yeah.
where we're going to do ours.
In the sex dungeon.
Hatty met one of our fans.
It was my favourite. That's when I knew I was going to love Freddie forever, because I met Freddie's fan base the same time I met Freddie. And it had all been fine. You were at first half, weren't you? And I think I was at first half. And at interval, these men came over. Delightful men came over to Freddie and were like, "Oh, we're here for you, Freddie. We love Freddie. We're here for you, Freddie. That's why we're here." And Freddie was like, "Oh, thanks, lads. It's really lovely of you to come down." Second half, second comic, they got kicked out for sniffing the girl's hair in front of them.
Yeah.
So they got kicked out because these girls stood up and they were like, "I'm sorry, we've asked him to stop, but they keep sniffing our hair." At this point, Freddie was like, and they stood up. These men stood up fresh from sniffing hair, and like, this is shit anyway. Freddie's the only good one on the lineup, and left. Were dragged out by the bodyguards, going, "Freddie, Freddie, Freddie."
Well, there's an important lesson to learn here. If you do come to a tour show, don't come if you're a woman.
It's not safe.
Well, they also,
or just condition really well beforehand and like make
badly.
it a good show. Yeah, or that.
also slagged off female comics quite a bit before he left as well.
So good. And I was like, I like this guy a lot. I like his vibe and I like what he brings.
Perverts, rapey perverts.
He literally stood there just nodding like, "Oh, good.
Rapey perverts.
Freddy Quinne's rapey pervert. Freddy Quinne's rapey perverts.
I actually think
people have a name for their fan base, like Lady Gaga's Little Monsters. Freddie Quinn's rapey perverts.
I think Quinny's hair sniffers is just really like it's more shit.
Why does that sound like my backing band?
But if they had been trying like grab the girls, that would have been quite like. But hair sniffing, like of all the things, it's like the most pussy creep move, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I can't tell you. I was so sad they got kicked out. Just hair, and the girls were like, we have asked them to stop.
I bless the girls that they didn't immediately call security.
No, they
were
didn't.
Like, could you just not?
They gave him a minute. They gave him a chance to make better choices. They didn't.
Do you know who was on stage during that time as well?
Oh yeah,
Mickey Overman.
Right.
Who is? I've only met her that one time.
I like Mickey. Yeah, I've met her a bunch of times. She's
Mickey
class.
Overman's not an alpha kind of comic. She's more of a sort of like, she's very nice, sort of sitting. And so she had no idea what to do. She was just like,
"Do you mean the hair sniffing?"
Well, it's not one you expect to have to deal with.
No,
it's not something you have a line ready for.
It's not a back pocket heckle, that one, is it?
It's not like someone dropping a glass.
Happens every other week.
Yeah, it's like how Jimmy Carr has a section where people can heckle him. Freddie has a section of his shows just like, right now, lean to the left and sniff.
Yeah, I introduced it like the cha-cha slide.
And sniff to the right.
So
2 times.
good.
Sniff real good.
Have a little
beautiful.
Yeah, they were fun guys.
That's
So
why I'm
I
moving up
assume
north,
they
more
will
hair
be coming to our tour.
Yeah, well, they know the venue and they like the venue, so they'll be they like Freddie a lot.
The last venue I'd want to go hair sniffing in though, because Vauxhall
Right.
Comedy Club, it's great, but it's in like a gay sex club.
dungeon, yeah.
So it always smells vaguely of cum and bleach. So it's like
What? Sorry, vaguely.
all right, yeah. Just incredibly strongly.
been
I was
days
trying
when-
to be kind to this venue that's putting us on.
There's been days when I've walked in and all I could smell was cum and bleach.
Yeah.
I've done it in the summer
that was
once.
before you arrived.
Yeah, it's because his fans had got there earlier.
He gets in a taxi like, this taxi smells of cum and bleach. Oh, it's me.
Bleach.
I don't own bleach.
It's so ridiculous.
Don't be ridiculous. Don't be
No.
silly.
There's a little bit of a scent of it from when you've been doing acid attacks on women who've wronged you.
Women with their hair up. Let it down.
I see your ankle.
That's not how you throw acid. Like that.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Go
Freddie.
and give
Please
us a demo,
demonstrate
yeah.
the proper technique.
I think you douse it like a pope. Like that.
Dominos. Are.
Lush. Great. So now your fans know how to do that as well. Hair sniff and that. Your tour is going to be buck wild.
I'd go squirty bottle one.
That's not bad.
Oh my God.
Super soaker.
A super soaker acid attack.
Super soaker, yeah.
That's
before you do an
amazing.
acid attack, you got to be like,
Yeah, you got to fuck it up.
And then after it, you go.
Oh, that's so funny.
Maybe that's what happened to Katie Piper. Water fight that got out of hand.
Yeah, just picked up the wrong gun.
Yeah. Do you reckon it was a water bomb?
That was the wrong one.
My friend
With
poured
hindsight.
acid on my head once.
Is that what you
What?
have done?
Yeah.
Is that why your face is so small?
It just shrunk it down.
Melted the edge
like
of your face.
an avalanche just brought it down.
Pushed it to the centre.
Yeah, I told you about Big C, haven't I?
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah,
we know all about Big C.
So
Everyone knows about Big C.
He's a nice lad. He's
also a character from Freddy's sitcom scripts.
He also sounds like an imaginary friend. If I'm being completely honest.
thick as big shit, but I love him. I don't really love him actually. I think
If you
he's a
want to
bit
hear more
annoying.
about him, check out the episode on Patreon where we read Freddy's script Transitioning.
It's the most fun I've ever had in my
Right,
whole life.
but anyway, he stole some.
He's trying to move on, but he wrote a sitcom script about.
Yeah,
a
because you
transitioning
mention it
person.
every episode.
wait.
Now I'm bored of it.
Yeah, they're not.
They're not. Yeah, I'm not going to.
None of us are bored.
He poured some.
I was reading it.
I cannot believe that I have a story about someone pouring hydrochloric acid on my head that is secondary.
You should have put it in the script, mate.
Yeah.
He stole some hydrochloric acid from the science labs and then poured some on my head because he wanted to see what it'd do.
And what did it do?
It just stung a bit.
Right. Well, that's
Yeah, they
'cause
don't have like that strong acid in a school.
No.
They don't have to like melt through a table.
Basically-
they don't have Chernobyl potential at
Yeah.
State Schools
For
in Preston. They're not
bottom
like,
set.
just in
Basically-
case, we're going to lock the cupboard door. Yeah.
Basically, what I'm saying is that some of these acid victims might be faking it.
Yeah, you just took it like a champ. Just take it like Freddy Quinne when it happens to you.
Faking disfigurement.
Absolutely. If you're ugly, but no,
tension.
he's got a point though. The people who have the most trouble with acid attacks are the people who are fit before, whereas you can't have struggled with that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like it can't have got that much worse.
Maybe it
can
got better.
Exactly. Like,
It's like
it
putting them
moved
on
your face
10 years
down.
younger,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's
Get
like,
the chemical peel.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's
like when
just made him shiny a bit.
it's like when
Cheekbones.
Donetsk gets bombed again.
Yeah.
It's done.
Did you go home and your mum was like, "God, you got a bit of definition actually today, Freddie. You're looking really well for
I
it."
can see your cheeks. Look at you with a fucking.
That is true. Acid
Jawline.
attack. It's all in the before shot, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
that's
it's true.
when the real
I
side
think the
happens.
same. It's the same about missing kids as well.
Right, good ones. Yeah.
Shall we look, or are they unsexy?
Honestly,
Do their parents actually want them back?
Yeah.
Is the thing.
that is just about it, though, isn't
It's
it?
where the Shannon Matthews family fucked up. You know, like,
Yeah.
they're all quite ugly, so we weren't looking that hard anyway.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, it's just in his uncle's house. Yeah.
It's not in my pocket.
It's why they couldn't bother with kidnapping her properly as well. So I stick her in a drawer.
And to be fair, she didn't even get found.
Yeah.
They just admitted
They
where
just
she
got
was.
bored of hiding her and
Yeah,
feeding
yeah,
her, didn't they? In another house.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
That's an unbelievable story.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's kind of excellent.
Yeah, we'll read that book at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. That's one for it. But like, it is kind of how it goes, you know.
Yeah.
Like if it's like a pretty blonde white kid, they
Yeah.
get looked for far harder.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the Patrice O'Neill bit, innit?
Yeah.
About like how, you know, if I ever go to sea, I'm taking a white
fucking
baby on a keychain because otherwise
Yeah.
I'll just, if the boat sinks, I'll just come to the edge of the water. Just go, not there. It's amazing. But yeah, it is totally true, and it still happens like that, innit? Like, I want to see what happens when a fugly kid goes missing.
Right, okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
Whose kid do you reckon they'd search for more? Mine or yours, if we both had
Yours would
children?
yours would probably not have moved that far.
I was going to say, yours would be found easier.
Yeah.
Yours is harder to kidnap.
Yours
Yours is in the kitchen.
They're going to the first ever KFC in England, 100%.
Yeah,
Is it at the bottom of the hill?
No one's kidnapping that.
Yeah. I think my big long baby, they'd look
Yeah.
for much more.
No, because when you're a little baby and you're fat, that's cute, whereas nobody wants a gangly baby with glasses.
Sure.
No, you give babies glasses.
My missus is a very posh white woman, though, so that's.
Oh, so she'd have
top
the weight
tier.
of the media behind her.
Exactly,
That's the
yeah,
thing. We
top
do.
tier.
Yeah, we
right.
do.
We sent her out to the press conference, obviously.
Oh, 100%.
She's
yeah.
the Kate McCann, isn't she?
Yeah.
But
I think-
you'd be sat there and everyone would be going, I think it's the dad.
That's what I mean.
think it's the dad.
I think you've got the face. I think you've got the face. Whatever goes at the inside job.
Yeah,
Inside
and
job, 100%.
I'd be doing like I'd be doing stuff to stoke it as well because it'd be a laugh, innit?
Yeah, but- and
be
you'd
like
be-
looking dead shifty, just like sat at them, like, yeah, we're really worried about her.
But also, you'd
hugging
also be
your
like,
laptop like this.
but you'd also be plugging
Just
Dead Men Talking. Like, by the way, for those of you, just to help us through this hard time, if you want to listen to my podcast, Dead Men Talking.
No, because all that happened is people have put the clip where I said I bummed kids.
Yeah.
Or the clip.
this clip.
That one clip.
I think actually yours they'd leave because they'd be like, you did it.
Yeah.
Whereas Freddie, they'd be like, there's no way he can organise himself enough to pick up a kid, find a place to hide a kid, get it quiet. There's no way. No way.
Yeah.
That's too much organisation for one Freddie Quinne.
No one looks at me and thinks paedophile. Of course not.
Yeah.
But...
It looks like you butter babies and eat them in 2 slices of bread.
Oh, yeah, they might be like the kid ran away. That's the only other thing they might give up, because the kid rightfully ran away.
No Quinn has ran in generations.
He might have got greased up and slid. That's the best.
Got the wrong bus at Preston bus station.
I fell in the deep fat fryer at KFC.
I like the idea of just bowling it.
Popcorn children.
I like the idea of just bowling it out my house.
At 10 of Rob's kids all stood up.
Really good. Really good.
Well, let's look after our children.
Let's all look after our children extremely well.
Do you want kids, Hattie?
I do really want kids. I think that's why I'm moving up north, because I'd like lots of kids and I'd like to be able to feed them, which you can't do in London.
I don't know if you've heard anything about Liverpool.
That's why I want them. Just to call them all R Darren and R Charlotte and R this. I think it's a brilliant first name, R.
It'll cost you a fortune in North Face, though, if you have Scouse kids.
Nah,
It's
you
got
guys are tough.
Head to toe in black North Face, the Scouse burqa.
I just
when
can't
they like
wait.
cover themselves.
They're not usually buying it, though, are they, in Liverpool?
No, you just take it. You find it.
North Face is the Scouse burqa is
You
one
know
of
what
the
I mean?
funniest things
Yeah.
we've ever said on this
You
podcast.
know what I mean, though? When there's kids in
The
they're wearing all
balaclava
black.
things, yeah.
Like, they've got like a ballet and like
non-crimey
and, like, all black
balaclavas,
North Face all the way
People
down.
think it's repressive, but actually a lot of them choose to wear it.
Sure, yeah, it's a religious thing for them.
I can't wait. Can you imagine taking a bunch of all my Scouse kids back to West London? Like, it would be just sensational.
Father
for the
who is
reveal.
somewhere.
Yeah. We don't talk about him.
Like, yeah, Scouse.
Done it, nailed it. Thank you. Yeah.
You're going to blend in
Coming
so
spring
well.
2023. You won't even notice I'm there. Yeah, I can't wait. Loads of them, all gingers. I'll be furious if they don't come out ginger. I want like my version of the Weasleys, just like
Right. Even if
shuffling
you
about.
marry a ginger, though, it's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed.
a recessive gene.
It is. So I have to
carry
be really
the ginger
careful.
plague in my genetics.
You do?
Yeah.
Well,
my sister's a ging.
Yeah.
My beard is. I'm transitioning into a ginger.
Oh, you are?
Because as I go bald, like my beard is a bit ginger, but my head hair is brown. But as I go bald, the percentage that is ginger is now shifting.
Ginger outlives the
dominating.
cockroaches. Yeah.
Brown pubes, though, so, I'm still all right.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
Just in case you were wondering.
Yeah. I just bought the big reveal at the tour.
Do you know
Sponsored
what
by
else?
Manscaped.
Yeah.
10% off with DMT.
Do you know what else I like about you, Hattie?
Go on, Freddie, tell me.
You have an IMDb page, don't you?
I do have an IMDb page.
Hattie's
yeah.
got, if you Google Hattie Preston IMDb.
Yeah, and she's done an absolute smoke show on it, by the way. Like, those pictures are exquisite.
Oh, yeah, I honestly didn't
Yeah.
even
There is nothing more misleading than a female comedian's press shots.
100%. Even my
No,
mum, my
the
mum even
ultimate
has these
cat
photos
shot.
in the
Look
house.
at this.
She
This
went,
is insane.
Look how fit she is. Oh, don't you want to finger her in a club?
I mean, she
don't you
looks
want
like
to finger her in a pub in Warrington?
looks
Oh,
like
she
she
could
is
definitely get
being-
fingered by 18
She could get
men.
fingered.
Yeah.
She looks like she's midway through being fingered in a club in
She does,
Warrington.
and she's like nonplussed.
Yeah. You look
better.
like
Yeah,
you look
Tom's
like
little fingers.
Yeah, look at her.
you look like
Oh.
the poster girl for Bell's palsy.
Yeah. Do you know what I do? And I said this to my agent. I was like, I don't like that picture. She's like, no, but it's just very you. I was like, shut up. I don't look anything like that.
I had a photographer recently, like doing a photo shoot, go
Yeah.
to me, oh, you've got a bit of a weird shaped mouth like me. I was like, do I?
Thanks.
Brilliant. Never knew that.
No.
So when I was doing Good Morning Britain, right? I think I told you this.
Oh, the fat one?
What? Sorry.
The one about fat people having worth. What was it you went on?
I mean, he
about?
was the fat one.
I mean, one of them was
the
that.
fat one, yeah.
No, this one was when I was arguing about whether or not we should be able to make fun of accents with somebody from Married at First Sight. I know they have me in for all the big hitters.
Yeah.
I almost got to talk about Christmas lights with Paul Burrell.
Honestly, every segment he's on, it's like Alan Partridge has spoken it into his dictaphone. Christmas lights with Paul Burrell.
The bodyguard?
Hanukkah with Chris Eubanks.
Shit.
It is literally like that. They just make it up as they go along.
We're discussing voucher codes with Esther Ransom.
Cleaning out the bins with a melstone.
one time, and I'm not even messing. They got me on with Nina Maiscow to talk about how Roman Kemp can't use his washing machine.
How does he use his washing machine? Well,
he didn't know what all the drawers were for.
Oh, Freddie.
I know.
You're an icon.
Thank you. Anyway, they had me on. They had me in. Are you crying?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Hanukkah with Chris Eubank is now a thing a feature I want. Like, that's absolutely a feature. I won't rest till that's on the telly.
Yeah. Hanukkah is an important pastime of the Jewish faith.
I really enjoy Yom Kippur.
So, they had me in and they wanted me to do my makeup. And they were like, let's get you...
Muffle tough, everybody.
Muffle tough. Muffle tough.
And actually they thought Hanukkah was a kebab and came in horribly misinformed.
And now we light the candles.
Shall we think having the...
Anyway, get us back to your makeup, Freddie. How did you do your makeup?
I'm recently circumcised.
It's always fun to celebrate Passover. Right, we need to start.
Chris Eubank.
Chris Westbank.
It's good. It's strong.
Well, we've got an episode title.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they had me for Good Morning Britain, and they went, "Let's do your makeup," and I went, "I don't really," and they went, "You don't have to, but you do," and I went, "Look, it's not really my," and they went, "Sharon," or whatever, and this woman came out who was had a makeup, and she looked at me and she went, "Yeah, his head's not that shiny."
I like the idea that you went full Jack Sparrow. You're like, if I'm going to do my makeup, I'm going to fucking do my makeup. And wait, they were like full eyeliner, gave yourself a lash.
Come out as Joker.
Yeah. Did it.
So yeah, by the time this is out, the drag special might be out.
I don't think it'll be out by now.
So your IMDb, Hatty,
babe.
let's go through these. Which, because haven't you done one that was like a hit?
Well, I don't know.
Not by the looks of it.
Hit is strong.
Watch Dogs Legion. I played that game. It's
Did
good.
you?
Who did you play in that?
Vicious Socialite, I believe she's called. No. So big, she got a name.
Vicious Socialite.
Yeah. Actually, someone came up to me at a gig recently.
I'm sure it wasn't viscous socialite. Just a very thick woman.
For real, someone came up to me at a gig recently and went, sorry, do you do a voice on Watch Dogs Legion? I was like, get fucked. I was like, yeah. He's like, God, if you were on Twitch, you'd have so many fans. I was like, I don't know what any of the things you just said were, but I'm fine, thank you. If it means less people like you come and talk to me.
It'd be a lot of the Freddy's hair sniffers.
Yeah.
Those sort of fans.
Who I love. No, the Royals was the as in it wasn't a hit, but it was on a lot.
What was the Royals about?
The royal family, but you'll be really pleased to hear this.
What do you reckon?
It was a fictional royal family made by by Americans. Americans had written in with the showrunner, etc. Made by Lionsgate and shown on Entertainment.
Oh yeah, the big one.
The big home of cutting edge
tree.
drama. Yeah, and it was as good as you would think it would be.
Mm-hmm.
So they made up an entire fictional royal family.
We're saying fictional, but there were two of us gingers who played the royal cousins.
Oh, so
Did you play
like,
Forgy?
Yeah.
were you like
Flugini? Yeah.
This is Prince Mandrew, bit of a paedophile.
Inexplicably with his manservant with him at all times. He was 7. No, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. But man, they threw publicity at it. It's awful. Yeah. It's fun It's fun to have you being a terrible actress in a terrible show with like the most publicity you've ever seen in your life built behind it. You're like, oh, I'm glad as many people as possible will see this. Yeah. My mate, actually, it was once I was living with a guy, and not in a loving way, because we know I don't feel love. And he knew that my favourite programme in the whole wide world was Gogglebox. I love Gogglebox, absolutely love Gogglebox. And he messaged me one night, being like, babe, they're doing the Royals on Gogglebox. I'll record it. And I was like, oh my God. And then I got another message being like, actually, babe, do you know what? I'm not going to record it. Don't worry about it. And then I got another message being like, whatever you do not come home and watch this episode of Gogglebox. So I was like, I'm binning the TV. The TV's gone.
Did you ever watch it?
So, obviously I came out and watched it. And Scarlett Moffat, who was my favourite person in the world at the time, apparently she'd sat there and gone, Also, what, they just got 2 horsey-looking ginger girls to play the princesses.
Oh.
And me and my best mate Lydia were like, savage, but so funny.
And I mean,
So
Scarlett Moffat as well is in a glass house throwing stones there,
Sure.
because I'm not saying she's ugly, but she looks like she's from a hill in Preston.
No, you do have a vibe of someone who might have had a pony when they were
100%. I'm like your wife. Like, I'm
Yeah.
private school West London gal. Like, I know what I am, and I take it. I take it, and all the punishment that comes with it. But man, it was awful. That show was fucking atrocious.
And you played Princess Maribel?
Yeah.
If we Google Princess Maribel the Royals, we might get to see some of her performance.
How about you, Freddie? Have you ever tried to make any bad TV?
Have you ever?
No. And I've certainly not acted in anything that's bad for like the Saudi Royals or whatever,
Sure.
for Dubai.
For a Dubai investment bank and got paid low triple figures.
Yeah, 300 quid.
for
Oh my
for
God, is that
Dubai,
you?
Yeah, not the hot one. Oh, you'll love this, actually. This is perfect. I quit after series 1 because I didn't like it. And they recast me with a supermodel, that girl on the left, an actual supermodel. And the storyline was Maribel had plastic surgery over the break and they took off her bandages in episode 1 and revealed a supermodel. And Twitter distinguished between the two of our performances, our breathtaking performances, as old Maribel and hot Maribel. And that's how Twitter were like, whenever they were talking about Maribel, they'd go old Maribel or hot Maribel.
It's
And I was
how
like,
you've got fat Ronaldo and rape Ronaldo.
Because you'd want to be hot Maribel.
Yeah.
Actually, you want to be fat Ronaldo over rape Ronaldo. Actually,
Fat Ronaldo's better than rape Ronaldo.
I
I'd rather
dunno.
be fat than a rapist. Freddie, as someone who's both.
The whole package.
sorry for me to say, because I don't know where one stops and the other begins.
Sure.
yeah, what do you hyphen first?
Being a fat
Yeah.
rapist is the worst. Imagine how out of breath you'd get.
I think it's linked. I think if you have to be a rapist, you know what I mean? It's just it's like you have to.
I disagree.
Yeah.
No, it's a choice.
Actually, do you know what?
It's not theirs.
I shagged a fat once, and it was brilliant.
Yeah, they're really grateful.
Really great.
Yeah.
And I didn't know they were on the table. And I was like, this is actually, I wish I'd known this earlier. He was fantastic.
It's because there is a lot of us pushing it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you think you'll be like a bit like it'll hurt a bit hurty on your chest, but it wasn't at all. He was brilliant.
I've had a great time with a couple of fatties.
Yeah.
So
We're able to sort of shift our body weight. You see, what a lot of people don't know about fat people.
Surprisingly nimble.
Well, what a lot of
Not
people
this
don't know
one,
about
though.
fat people is that
Not this one.
we can control our excess fat. So what we do is when we're having
just
sex,
plug it in.
we push it all down to the legs.
Are me and Rob going to have to leave? Do we need to turn the cameras off?
No, get it. For the Patreon.
Film it all.
we're going to have to get a wider lens.
As long as when we're having sex, I can imagine that you're hot, Maribel. That's,
Yeah.
that's all I want.
Picture that bitch. Oh, God. Couldn't believe it.
That's such a fucking cunt off. That's so
Hot
funny.
Hot Maribel. And she is she's smoking hot. I hadn't stand a fucking chance. Look at her. Look at her.
Yeah, she's fit.
She's ridiculous. That's not real. And then plug to me, bloody double A's and a horsey face. Like, what are you going to do with that?
That's not a flattering picture, I would suggest.
Listen, I'll be honest with you, Rod, there aren't many flattering pictures of me. I am not one of life's photogenic people. My own mother won't really have photos of me in the house.
Yeah, I'm the same. I don't photo well.
Don't photo well.
Yeah.
I had a teacher at drama school once tell me, she's like, I was doing through my headshots and they were all horrific. Like you said, like they're all just like adverts for Bell's palsy. And she was like, do you know what it is, Hattie? You've got such a mobile face. I can't imagine it looks good still. I was like, this is brilliant. Thank you for that.
Mobile face.
I guess it just does a lot.
Yeah, I had again,
Emotion.
the photographer earlier the week just
Yeah.
sort of at one point sort of like sighed under his breath, went, I'm just going to have to like capture you when you're not thinking. Because I would like, every time
Like in a van.
he's like, do a pose, I'll be like, you know, like, yeah, I can't look natural.
But this is the problem because I'm friends
Never
with.
do that again. That's terrifying.
No, I liked it. That's my face in every photo. I'm friends with so many like smoke shows. Like I'm one of the all my friends are blue tick people. I absolutely don't have one of those. But so I'm, you know how
Well,
that
8
Oscar, yeah, you know that Oscar picture, like that famous Oscar picture where
Sure,
Ellen DeGeneres has all those famous people, and then like Lupita Nyong'o's brother Junior's also in it.
Yeah.
I'm like Junior Nyong'o
Right,
in
yeah,
all
yeah.
my friends' pictures where they're like, who the fuck is that weird person on the side? Just
Have you
like
not seen The Royals?
leering. Yeah.
This is ugly. This is ugly
This is
Maribel.
old Maribel.
Ugly.
Old. This is flat old Maribel.
Flat old.
This is unfuckable Maribel.
Unfucking Maribel. Unbelievable.
Unfuckable Maribel.
She was. That was, yeah. It was savage.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I got one love story in the whole series, which was a man was unconscious.
And you wanked off a horse.
Literally.
Sorry, did you
dragged him out
rape
of
an
shop.
unconscious man?
That was we kind of didn't realise it while we were filming it, but yeah, the storyline was we got our rocks off on an unconscious man.
Wow.
So thank you.
Okay,
Feminism,
wow.
that is. It's
In
not,
a way.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Like we can do it too.
Yeah, women can also sniff hair.
Ow!
Tom, do you have a lovely question?
No.
Okay.
We have a new feature, though.
What?
This is always
I
concerning.
do have lovely questions, but then I thought, basically, there's a new thing in the Discord,
Yeah.
which you can all join, where people can put putting confessions in.
Oh, God.
And they're also putting a lot of poo stories in.
Okay, I think this is going to... I don't like having a confession section on our Discord because I feel like this is going to get really dark soon.
Yeah, I think it's a safeguarding issue at some point, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be maps drawn to where we can find remains.
We have to open them, please.
Would you like a normal confession or a poo confession first?
Normal.
Normal, should we go normal? Okay, let's have a look.
Well, I've one from the top and
This
two
is
from the
funny.
bottom.
Right.
Hey?
My auntie...
Consonant and two vowels.
These are all anonymous, obviously. My auntie was put into local mental ward because after 15 years without a boyfriend, she wanted to know the feeling of being licked out again. So she smeared butter, could be margarine, we're not sure on this detail, over her vaginal area so that her dog would lick it off. She was discovered doing it by my mum, so they agreed to withdraw the details to the nurses and merely settle for being sectioned. My mum felt the need to tell me this story on Christmas Eve instead of after we'd seen my auntie. As you can imagine, I settled for jam on toast that morning instead.
I thought it was peanut butter.
Yeah.
Isn't it peanut butter that dogs go for?
That's why she got sectioned.
Mine will eat...
Stupid bitch, it's peanut butter. You must be mental.
You just got a buttery fanny now, you daft cunt. What are you doing?
Like, I can't speak for every dog, but mine will literally eat a turd if I don't stop him. So I think he'll go for
Oh, we'll
butter.
go
Don't
for
smear
butter.
that in your vagina.
I'm
Sometimes
stepping
you
on
can't
naked
help it.
Martin's spit.
I imagine that peanut butter is your first one.
Yeah.
But
if you've not got anything around the house, if
She
you
might be nut allergic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't want a big swollen.
You don't want a
fanny.
big swollen fan.
to be fair though, like 15 years without being
I'm going to
licked
say,
out.
I don't not get it. I've gone
But
a
just
while and
get a hooker.
Exactly.
it's different.
Like
She
even
knew the dog, you know.
even if you're not gay as a woman, getting a because
Yeah.
I imagine finding a gigolo is like harder. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
imagine
I
there's
think
fewer
so.
of them. But just get a female sex worker. That's better than a dog.
Just get a pissed up, desperate bloke.
Yeah, like
That's
someone will
easy.
eat you out.
No,
like,
but
no matter who
you
are.
No, but it's not. I don't
Are
know.
we about to say, it's about who licks you out?
No, it isn't
better
actually
than
at all.
a dog.
Good God.
It's between that, a human, gross human or dog. I'm
Yeah.
choosing gross human,
Gross human.
personally. But like, what I like about this is like they're settled for being sectioned. She might have been in perfectly sound mind though. She's not. You're not necessarily insane.
Also, why are you insane for wanting to be licked out again after 15 years? Yeah, too right. Why wasn't there what was it, the Kickstarter, like a GoFundMe by her family for this? That's a good family. If they'd bundied together and got her someone to lick her out, not put her in a hospital because she got creative.
Someone's got
That's
to have a mate they
outrageous.
play snooker with who hasn't got laid in a
Someone,
while.
yeah.
Something like that,
Yeah,
How
Freddy
much-
is mine.
How much is like a rent boy though? Like 50.
I
20 quid?
think you want Gigolo rather than Rent Boy. I think Rent Boy is a child prostitute.
It is for les gays, yeah.
I thought Rent
It's a
Boy...
gay child prostitute.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think it's kids.
it's not
necessarily.
Rent Man, is it?
I think gigolos are more expensive because you don't get the sex trafficking discount.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? Like men aren't usually sex trafficked.
I think save up though.
You're so
Escort,
right. She's had
escort is what
50
you
years
want.
to save up.
Exactly.
Pound in a jar every week, Marge. Just
You'll be getting licks before you know it. And also, like, just get yourself sectioned first. There'll be someone on a mental ward who'll lick you out.
100. This is this is where I thought it was going, and then she got on the mental ward, and there was a happy ending because
Yeah,
someone
some
there,
lunatic will lick you out.
someone
I
there
will tell you
thought he was a
this.
dog and did it.
Getting fucking licked out by Buffalo Bill from fucking Green Mile. I bet he does a job.
Oh, I tell you.
I bet he does a job. I've seen him eat fucking space pie before.
Yeah, so you
He
wouldn't
fuck
do
about with that, did
Yeah.
It's like, it's good she's a dog person, though. You wouldn't want to do this with a cat with a little
No,
raspy
sandpaper.
tongue.
Yeah. That'd be like getting licked out at university again, when they were just like,
I don't know what they
You
were
don't know.
like,
Oh, it
to be
was
honest.
awful.
I was the one doing the bad licking.
sure.
Yeah,
When it was like a fab lolly, and you were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's not what it is. But
She was like, Rob, get out, get the dog in.
yeah. Bring the peanut butter.
Head to muffin pedigree chum. Surely she must have had dog food lying around the house if she's got a dog. And how did her mum
Yeah, but it might
find
be
her?
kibble.
Yeah, why did her mum find her?
Were
Leave
they
her
like
alone.
hanging out? You don't do that when there's someone else in the house.
She was discovered
Right.
doing it by my mum.
yeah,
but
like you do it when there's no one in. That's the only
Or
time you get a
that
dog to
mum
lick you out.
overstepped a boundary and went into her bedroom, and that is outrageous.
I don't think she's the worst person in the story.
Yeah. She
do.
was actually doing it in the kennel.
I
Yeah,
actually
she had the
do.
do not disturb on the door. Just ignored
Did
it.
you not
Scrunchy
get
on
like
the door.
sex toys that feel like being licked out?
No.
Must be able to.
You
No.
must be able to.
Come on.
No, I
There's
don't
got to be a robot tongue.
Exactly.
There has to be.
You dip it in some water or
Something
something.
like lukewarm. I don't know.
It's a complex organ, the tongue, though, isn't it?
No, I know, but you could
And
recreate
the
that
vagina.
slippery
I thought you were going to say
feeling.
vagina. You're like, the tongue.
No, but you could like put lube on a rubber tongue, you know?
Rubber
Right. So what I'm thinking is
yeah.
like get like a deflated, like a deflated balloon,
A deflated balloon.
and then
Okay.
fill it with. I'm thinking like something that's kind of flattens it out.
Semolina.
Jizz.
Semolina.
Fill it with jizz. That's your guess, is
At
it?
the minute, it's just a used condom.
If you can manage to get hold of a balloon full of jizz, you don't have this problem, do you, Tom?
Do you know what I like about this?
That's
Is that
not
you
a
three are
measurement of
discussing.
jizz.
You three discussing how best a woman could feel like she's getting licked out, and that's just such an insight.
Yeah.
So carry on. Deflated balloon.
Deflated balloon full of jizz is Freddie's
Right, so
guess.
if you-
No. Jizz isn't mine. Jizz is Tom's.
Yeah.
I was happy with
I
semolina.
was suggesting like a casted like silicon tongue. was
Lovely.
my- yeah.
No,
Okay.
behave a casted silicon tongue.
We had a casted silicon plunger stuck to your head the other week.
Right, I would say no, but you're DIYing it. You're not doing it. If
Why?
you have
Yeah.
casted silicon tongue money, you have go out and
You
get
have
a gigolo
money, yeah, he's
this
not
is
wrong, yeah.
this is 20 quid or under this.
This is Blue Peter licking out. This is how to do it with
She's
what you've
had
got at home.
15 years.
Yeah.
so what I get. What I get is. Like an old balloon
Mm-hmm.
with like a deflated one, and then I get like some wallpaper paste or something, and then what?
You're gonna stick it to a
Stick her labia together, so she doesn't need to after that because she can't get in there anyway. Shut up! No one can get in there anyway. Stupid bitch, it's stuck together.
Seal it shut, put a bit of
You've
William Morris
you've
over
just
it.
Sealed my labia together, so it's not a problem anymore.
Then blow up a little balloon for a celebration.
I think I'd get, Billy Bear ham.
Right,
I'd get like 10 pieces of that.
Yeah.
So like all on top of each other.
Yeah.
And then
And
just
flick
wet it
like
and
a
then
pack
just
of
like
cards, yeah.
Sorry.
wave it like that. And then it go like that.
Like one of those Spanish musical instruments, like
Yeah.
Cast an
It's not
X.
perfect.
That's
It's
it.
not perfect, but I think it's as good as you can do. on
that
10
is
quid.
not perfect. You're right, Tom. But good shout. I like that. I like that
also
the
it's-
was. I don't think it's perfect. What?
It needs work.
No.
Also,
Hey, don't do yourself down,
Don't,
Tom.
Tom, believe in yourself. Go home and try that.
also added bonus, it's already a face. So you can pretend it's a real.
Oh, you're
You can
so
make eye
right.
contact.
And that is
Yeah.
famously what women are into is
Yeah.
the
The
face
face
on
bit.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just like peeping up.
The little Billy Bear face. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Grab
lads,
hold
you
of his
cracked it.
ears.
This is great.
Cracked it. So how do you do that, Hattie?
Sorry, thank
This
you.
isn't,
Yeah.
this isn't a problem for Hattie.
It actually is a problem for Hattie. I'm glad we're talking about this.
See?
I've gone ages. So
Yeah.
this is perfect. I'm only a few years off this poor bitch, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Gonna have to get a
you know,
dog when I move here.
We will chip in to get you a jiglo
Thank
before
you
you have
so
to
much. I'd
get
really
to this
appreciate
point.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, Billy. We'll go Billy Bear ham first, and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll set up a
Yeah, do the
GoFundMe.
do the
Yeah, for the
discount
69p
version.
Yeah.
for some Billy
Yeah.
Bear.
We don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't want to spend all this money on a gigolo and then find out Billy Bear ham
Yeah.
would have done.
Would have
Hell.
done. You're right.
Help old Maribel get licked out.
Also, another
The internet's like, no thanks.
added bonus at the end of the Billy Bear ham. You've got some lovely Billy Bear ham to eat.
Oh,
No,
you
you
Take a little
don't.
I get a
bite.
snack.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
No, you don't. You no longer have edible ham.
Well, not maybe a bit. Maybe chop the bit off.
Yeah,
Chop like the
chop
mouth
the
bit
heart,
off.
yeah,
Chop the mouth
exactly.
off. Eat the eyes.
Eat the eyes.
Yeah.
So,
Tom, you think
your
everything-
plan is 10 sheets of Billy Bear ham.
At
I
least
just
10.
wave them at the vag. Yeah.
Wet them first.
Wet them
And
first.
you sort of wave
Mayonnaise.
Oh no.
So you want egg and vinegar introduced to the situation?
Choose your own
do you?
condiment.
And then
I just like the little mime he does, like a woman who owns a plantation, fanning herself.
well, I do declare.
I do declare this to be the first earth-shattering orgasm of the season.
Oh, Billy.
Oh, Billy. Fabulous.
Oh, Billy Bear.
But just buy a vibrator, innit? Like, there's amazing vibrators
Yeah,
now
there
that are
are.
better than tongues.
Yeah.
Just get one of them, innit?
There they are. Something about it though.
Well, thanks for that, Anonymous.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to hear the poo one?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Seems like a natural conclusion.
We did have a few poo stories because I asked for them. Some of them were a bit shit. They're just people shit themselves. But this one did make me laugh.
Okay.
This is.
I mean, I've got an all-timer shitting yourself story.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I shit myself before a rap battle, and then completed the rap battle with shit in my pants.
Who is this again?
Sam Gore. You can watch the footage online. You can't tell. So I literally asked. It was week 3 of the Edinburgh Festival. So I've been living off whiskey and Jägermeister and no food for 3 weeks. Yeah. My stomach's all over the shop, right? And I asked him get an intro to do this rap battle. Sam's already on stage. I've already introed him. And I go, right, and against him, please welcome. And at that point, I thought, I need a fart. And I was like, I'll just squeeze one out before I go on.
You
and
did not.
it was fucking like I could immediately feel the warmth when I did it, and I was like, "Oh no!" And like, luckily, right, because I'd eaten so little and drank so much, right, it wasn't too bad. I shat a Jägermeister pate, right, so it was like a thick sludge, and maybe a fistful's worth. And I just had to make the choice of what to do, and I just went on stage, and I didn't mention it. I won the battle. Then I came off stage.
But you lost the war.
I lost the war. I came off stage and people were like coming up to like hug me and like shake my hand and stuff. And I was like, I'll be back in a minute. Went off to the toilet in Bannerman's in Edinburgh, which is one of the worst toilets on earth. Had to take my pants off.
Actual pants, yeah.
Take my pants off, clean myself up, pants in a little bin. And go back out commando.
I have to be honest, that for me was the thing that 8 Mile was missing as a movie, was Rabbit shitting himself.
Yeah. Had some real tension.
And having to put his boxes in the bin afterwards.
So, I mean, his palms were sweaty. And
but was his arsehole shitty? You know, that's
my mum's spaghetti was in my pants at this point. I think I must be the only person on earth who's ever won a rap battle with shitted pants. Because normally, if you shit your pants, that you lose. That's like a default loss, isn't it? If your opponent finds out you've shat your pants, you've definitely lost.
You're in trouble.
It's TKO.
It's
or you go full Rabbit and what your final rap is, and I've shit my pants, and then you do, and everyone's like,
now say something about me, and everyone's like, oh, hold on, whoa,
sorry, what did you just say?
We get all the other stuff, right? Sure. About your girlfriend and that. But what? What's in your pants right now? Jägermeister, what?
Oh, fabulous. Well done, Rob.
Thank you.
Really good.
I've got a great shit story as well. Yeah. So I was at a house party once with a friend of the show, Jack, who we know, who's not been on the show, but we know.
Oh, yeah.
How about you, Jack? All right, yeah.
You don't know.
I was trying to remember which Jack.
Yeah. So it was just me and him. It was only him that I knew at the house party. I didn't know anyone else. And about 4 a.m, I needed a shit real bad, right? So I went to the toilet and it was horrendous. It was like a waterfall. It was real bad. And I looked to the right and there's no toilet roll. I was like, oh, I'm in trouble here. So I messaged Jack and said, come to the toilet quick. And he came over and so I went,
I need sucking off.
Mate, I need toilet. You need to
15 years.
Bring me the butter.
Bring me a dog. I was like, mate, you need to buy me something. And he went, all right. And he went off and I went, if I was him, I would just leave.
But 100%, I'm not coming back.
But he did come back. He realised how much trouble I was in. And he said, I couldn't find any toilet roll. All I could find was this. And it was A4 printing paper. To wipe my ass on A4 printing paper, put it down the toilet, completely filled the toilet, went downstairs, we've got to leave right now, and left.
Did you scrunch it up a lot before you did it? Because the way to make it softer would be scrunch it up, undo it, scrunch it, undo it,
and then run it under the tap.
I wasn't thinking very clearly. It was 4 a.m. at a house party and I was worried.
Do you know that sometimes if you got really liquidy one, it sort of wiped itself?
Oh, it did. It did not wipe itself.
So were you just smearing it onto smooth paper?
Oh, yes.
You didn't crunch it at all?
No,
you're a
I folded it, but it didn't really.
That's insane. You used a flat, smooth surface to wipe. You're just rubbing it in at that point.
Well, I didn't have anything else, did I, Rob?
You're rubbing it into your skin like a fucking moisturiser.
Honestly, your socks would be better.
Yeah,
they probably would have been.
See, I had that once at a festival where there wasn't any toilet roll after I'd just done an awful shit in a festival portaloo, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to use my pants." And I was like, I don't have any other clean pants. I've still got another day of this festival. I was like, "Fuck!" And then I had this like epiphany moment where I just went, "I'm wearing a sock," and it was honestly one of the happiest moments of my life, right? Because I'm like fucked at this like rave on this toilet, absolutely off my bollocks. And I just went, I've got socks. And I was so happy. And I wiped my ass with my sock, threw it down in the portaloo and skipped back to my tent. So happy with myself. It was genuinely one of the most joyful afternoons of my life, realising I had a sock I could wipe my ass with.
Very good. Well, we've got this one from Ryan Martin.
He's supposed to be anonymous.
No, this one isn't, because I asked him if I could say his name. He said, yeah. This is before there were confessions.
All right.
Hi, lads. Loving the pod. Thanks, Ryan. On a date, and on the way back, this is bad grammar though, by the way, sorry. On a day, and on the way back from town, went for a takeaway. I think I may have undiagnosed IBS. On the walk home, I stepped off the curb and I felt a drop in my boxers. I told the girl I felt sick and went behind a phone box and thought it was just a nugget so I could reach in and remove it.
Oh, no.
I reached in.
One slight point of
Men
order.
are disgusting.
Do you have to follow along with the arrow while you're reading?
I don't have to. It just helps because it's very small font.
Okay.
I could just make it bigger.
I was just checking.
Well.
It's like watching someone's lips move when he's reading.
Hang about. So his initial thought was that he had dropped a singular nugget of shit.
Like a rabbit poo.
And
He'd
rather
done
than try
one
and kick it out of
rabbit
your
poo.
trouser leg, what I would do in that sense is try and move my pants so it rolls out rather than reaching in and grabbing it with hands.
Maybe push your pants down and then kind of like arch your boxes in a way that
flap
would
it
naturally...
up.
Oh, do the
Something
like,
like
like with the parachute game when you were little. Like,
yes, I wouldn't immediately think, I'll grab that with my fingers.
And just sling
that
it.
I'm hoping to put in this woman later.
I shall grab that solid shit that is definitely a solid...
Incredible.
Like it's a tennis ball.
It's an insane plan.
Right,
Okay, so he's hoped he could remove it.
So I don't mean to shit on you for drawing under it.
It's okay. It's helpful because it is quite hard. Okay. I reached in and my hand was covered in shit.
Yeah, correct.
Then I needed another shit.
Right.
I went into the phone box and had the wateriest shits ever.
Like the worst Superman.
It went all over the back of my shoes and back of my jeans. So, covered in shit, I went to the girl. I've shit myself. Do you want me to get you a taxi? She said, it'll be okay if I had a shower.
She hasn't been licked out for ages. She hasn't been licked out for ages. That's old Maribel.
She is down bad. Like, I really want to take this woman to the side and just be like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what's going on in your life. But you can do better.
Be better.
No matter who you are, you can do better than
Dream
the shitted
harder,
man.
my guy.
We're currently halfway through the story.
I know. This is what's incredible.
So good.
So walking back, I had to walk behind her as the wind direction. I didn't want the persistent smell of shit would really ruin the mood. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you wouldn't ruin it, mate.
Listen,
He's still worried about mood.
Don't let me smell it. Look, I know he's covered in you. I can see shit all over you, but don't let me smell it. That would be unsexy.
Is why I love men. He's still like, I can salvage this.
I can still pull
I'm
this off.
still in. Unreal.
He stood downwind like he's hunting a deer. Don't let her smell you, he'll spook you.
Back at home, I got a towel and a bag to throw away the clothes. I undid my jeans and the watery shit spilled all over the bathroom floor.
Like he was holding it in there.
Yeah, and I spent 40 minutes doing my best to clean up as I was living in a shared house. Also, I'm partially sighted. I feel it wasn't the greatest cleanup job. Still, got my end away that night.
No!
Okay,
we need her. This is great, but we need her response video to this. She's the greatest woman on the planet.
So,
I mean, she's a trooper, but that lad, like, I have seen some great comeback stories in my time.
Unreal.
You know, I watched the Super Bowl where the Patriots were 20 points down at halftime, came back to win, right? It was incredible. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, there's actually an added bonus bit to this story.
Uh-huh.
So he sent me that message on Patreon and I said, that's a great story. Can we use your name or do you want to be anonymous?
Yeah.
And he said, it's okay. You can use my name. My girlfriend is also a fan.
And it's her?
No.
Oh.
She doesn't know that story. So this is the first time she's heard that story.
I like Ryan so much.
Yeah,
Ryan is a
well
I
done,
like Ryan
hero.
so much.
I want to see a picture of this dutty bitch who shagged him after she shat himself.
He must have an absolute devil dick.
Yeah.
Because he's covered in shit.
He's got some chat.
He's fucking...
No, it won't be that though, because she signed up for this before she's seen it. She is all she knows about him is he has shit himself in a phone booth, then told her he shit himself, and then walked upwind so that
I
she would
admire
and
the
grabbed it with his
honesty of
hand.
going,
Don't forget about grabbing it with his hand.
He also
Also,
got his hand.
Also,
His
as well,
hand is covered in shit,
let's not split
and he's
hairs
partially
here.
sighted.
I was going to say, let's not split
God.
hairs.
And he couldn't even live on his own.
There's no attractive partially sighted people. Like,
What?
Yes, there are. They just don't know that they are.
oh God.
Josh Pugh's an incredibly handsome man.
Yeah, but
He's partially
I've
sighted.
got
He's in the
glasses.
England blind football team.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
In my head, they all look like little moles.
I was about to say,
Right.
well, that's not a team of lookers.
He's good. He's
I did it by mistake.
Hey? But yeah, I think there are some attractive partially sighted people, mate. Yeah. Just like the worst thing was he shat on his dog.
And his guide dog's furious.
Google blind models. I bet you any money.
Yeah,
Could not be found. Told you.
Oh, there's just some
Oh, right.
blinds. There's loads of pictures of some blinds.
Go for blind women's hockey team.
That's so funny.
Because hockey teams are usually pretty reliable sources.
Well, they got big
Of
thighs though.
attractive people.
No, they haven't. It's netball you want. Hockey is big thighs.
No, the Dutch hockey team, trust me, I'm a big fan of all their
Right.
games.
Oh, Natalie Spoot. I don't know. She doesn't look blind.
That's ice hockey, isn't
yeah,
it?
she's fit.
She's an ambassador. I'm not sure if she's.
That's ice hockey.
She's going to
though.
be, yeah, but that's all right. That's
This
fine.
is who we're looking at.
We're just
Gross.
looking for fit blind people. We'll take whatever sport we can have.
Fine.
Yeah, she was the first one we saw. She was fit.
She
She's
was fit.
ambassador.
Okay.
What do you think? They've just blinded her to be an ambassador?
Yeah, you don't have to be blind to be an ambassador.
Yeah, this is all ice hockey, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a normal hockey.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah, they're lovely looking girls.
They're not.
Sorry, not
I
looking.
mean, not all of them. Let's be real.
Yeah, but it's a sports team. It's like that band happy. You've got to have a couple in there, haven't you?
Yeah.
They've done a good job of looking at the camera.
Yeah, they have.
Let's make a noise.
Yeah, they get like a clicker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there are attractive
Yeah, I
blind
think they
people.
really
so
are.
I think you're out of
I
order
think
there.
the woman who shagged Ryan Martin, she was hurt in the relationship before. Like she was really hurt, really badly hurt by someone. And then this guy
I don't
was
think
honest.
she's doing well.
No, this
now.
guy brought honesty, and she was like, "I love him. I'll do anything for an honest man who's told me his
Imagine how
truth."
gutted she would be if he finished her.
I don't think he finished anyone. That
You were talking about how disgusting men is. I think that this shows how
Disgusting women are.
Yeah, because
I don't. I
because-
think it shows how
because
desperate women
a
are.
fully shitted blind man, and she's like, I can change him.
Yeah, I know exactly that. But I
Well,
think
that's why he needs changing.
he does need to, like a baby. She literally lifted up his ankles. Yeah. I just think it shows what the state of single men is out there. That a man covered from his waist down in shit. She was like,
This is still
actually,
quite a good option.
Yeah, this is good.
I mean, it really incels, give your head a shake, right? This guy got laid covered in turd.
Covered in
right?
poo.
And
Actual
incels
poo.
are like, women's standards are too high. If your standards
No.
can't meet the shitted man,
They're
right?
not. They're
The
all-
blind shitted man who's got laid here, it's on you. It is your fault.
I also once had a guy turn around and say, took me on a date, and he's like, can we go to Gourmet Burger Kitchen because I got a 2-for-1 card? And I went and I shagged him.
Yeah.
We don't have high standards at all.
Oh, God, yeah.
GBK.
GBK. And I did it.
Ooh.
I know how
Have you got his number?
Find it.
I know how badly I've been living in my time and still got laid. I've had, I've been the classic, like, come back to my house so I can shag you on a mattress on the floor.
Yeah, do it. You take it. You absolutely take it.
Yeah.
I've always been seen as unattainable by a lot of women, so
Sure.
Yeah,
I don't want him
you too
dying on
quick.
top of me.
Yeah.
When I was at uni, I just remember this when you said the mattress. My mate went on a date and he didn't have a lock on his door in the halls. So we snuck into his room and stole his mattress, threw it out of the 3rd-story window onto another building so he could never get it back again.
God, boys are amazing.
He brought a girl back and he's fuming.
Just on the slats.
Yeah,
He just took her on the slats.
Just stuck her on the slats.
God.
should we watch a couple of videos?
Yeah. So, Hattie,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of this section of the show.
I am aware of it.
Uh-huh. Is there anything in particular that, say, turns your stomach, you don't like seeing? Like, Freddie's got a weird thing about baked beans. Like, I've got a phobia of injections. I can't watch that stuff. Is there anything in particular gets you?
No, actually, I'm pretty unsqueamish. I'm one of those people who watches spot popping videos.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I would say-
That's hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I
We're
really-
dealing with a real wild one
Yeah.
here. Popping some spots.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but like
Okay.
the really gross ones, like the ones out of India. Those are the ones I major in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We always love one that's a little bit third world.
Yeah.
Always good. Speaking of which, actually, let's go second from the left. The other side, mate. That one. Yeah, let's start with this one. That's a little beginning.
While that's loading up, if you want to send your videos, send them via WhatsApp only to 07520644931. As always, our rules are no animals, no death, no racism, and no kids, unless it's all 4, in which case, amazing. Go.
Go.
Oh, no. He's got his hands in the fingers of a door.
His fingers in a car door. Oh my God.
Tá vendo como é?
Eu juro que eu não vou.
Oh my God. He's
Olha pra cá. Olha pra cá.
trapped his whole fingers in a car door.
No, that's a family punishment. That is.
Eu não vou não, pelo amor de Deus.
I think it's too harsh.
I don't know. It depends what he did. I nannied for a long time. I would have killed for that option. I would have killed for that option. If they were like, hey, if he does it again, put his fingers in the car and he can slam the door, I would have loved that.
It's the fact that
Absolutely
we're
loved that.
all stuck in there.
All stuck.
It's really brutal.
And that he ran straight off afterwards as though like he wasn't even a member of that household. He was like, I won't come back and do that again.
I reckon they've caught him nicking.
You sorry?
This one might be illegal to put on the Discord.
Why?
Because like it's
no kids in it.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's like what Garrett was saying about if someone gets attacked, then it's illegal. If it's a crime in it.
But also, we don't know if he was.
He seemed fine.
He did put his fingers there voluntarily.
Yeah, he did. It was.
No, he didn't seem happy about it.
I think there may have been some coercion.
Okay, so I didn't want to ruin this,
Yeah.
but that language is
Oh God.
Turkmenistani.
Turkmenistani.
Yeah, and I actually speak Turkmenistani.
Would you like to speak a little bit now?
Da.
What does that mean?
That's
That
Russian,
means
babes.
no. Yeah, I know it's very close.
Yeah, okay.
They share some.
Yeah, fine.
It's like German and Austrian.
Yeah, you're
So,
right.
it's Spanish and Portuguese.
Yeah, you're exactly.
So I actually can understand what was being said.
What was being said?
He said, "I know I look terrified,
But this is actually how I get my
I
kicks.
really want to put my fingers in this car door and you slam it."
Yeah.
Right.
And the other guy went, "Are you sure?" And he went, "Yeah." And to prove how much I'm enjoying it, once we've done it, I'm going to run away and pretend to cry.
That's so good.
And the guy went, "Are you really sure that you want to do this?" And he went, "Yeah." And then that was
You
that.
missed out a crucial bit. He said, think of the content.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, yeah. And then afterwards you run over going, don't forget to sign up for Patreon.
That is what we always say before we do something that really hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, there's video number one that may or may not make the edit. There we go. Do you want a dealer's choice here, Freddie?
Can I get the one right at the end, please?
Good.
Which end? This end?
No, the other end.
I was hoping you'd say that one.
Oh, yeah, this is fucking class, this one.
Using your smart tune.
Oh,
Wait.
it's smart tune up the
Upper arsehole.
arsehole.
Well, she looks quite attractive from behind as well.
Happy feet.
I mean, I'm not saying it is, but that kind of looks like a hot Maribel.
He does look like hot Maribel.
Maybe that's
good
what she's
chat.
doing now.
That's the scene I refused to shoot, which is why
Sweet
they
like
got rid of
chocolate,
it.
is it?
Sweet like
Using
chocolate.
Smarties.
How much cocaine do you reckon there was at that party?
Oh, this is heavy coke. Yeah.
Get your ass on that.
Oh my
Good lad, though, I guess.
Because
The
he's not.
Smarties tube.
Yeah,
It's
at least,
all-
at least he's
Oh, it's gonna be
it's
so
hexagonal.
Oh,
It's got sharp edges.
and a stocking
ow.
filler.
It is. It's not even the round tube. It's the hex. It is
Yeah.
the. Why is it on him? Do you know what? I can't. Why is the shot on him at the end? It's like, you're not doing anything, my guy. You're not the star.
I mean, he's putting some effort in.
No, he
Must have
is,
a tired arm.
Oh. How bad he must be at pleasuring her is testament to how much she was enjoying getting Smarties up her arsehole. Like, if that's a good option, if she's lying there like, like, what the fuck is he doing? / not doing.
I like the idea that he still gives it as a present to his kids on Christmas Day. They open it, it's just full of brown Smarties. And the kid's like, what are the odds?
Or he gives Smarties every Christmas and he's like, no, throw that away, don't throw it away, don't throw it back into your head. Daddy needs it, Dad's going to keep it for recycling.
It's an interesting prop choice. It's not the first one I would have reached for. Just
No.
anything with sharp edges.
Yeah, that's
No.
one
As,
away.
as chocolates go,
It's one away from a Toblerone, isn't it?
Toblerone is one of the
Oh,
all-time worst ones you could do. Naked Martin put a Toblerone up his arse, said it was very painful.
some
So.
videos that have been said, I imagine the stars of the videos would enjoy a Pringles tube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
aware of Naked Martin, by the way? We keep referencing him.
No.
Oh, right. Can you go to Naked Martin's Twitter? He's done a really good one recently.
Oh, good.
So he's a friend of the show, Naked
Okay.
Martin. In fact, he's right behind you, holding up the Dead Men
Oh,
Talking
I
the Best
love him.
podcast. He's
Yeah.
a real
He
sweetheart, Naked
really actually
Martin.
looks like a sweetheart.
He is. He's a genuinely lovely bloke. We talked to him quite a lot on Twitter. He's
got
like my
lovely-
little online friend.
Yeah.
And he obviously...
Little online friend.
He's our little online friend, isn't he?
Online friend.
Yeah, and he makes videos. Obviously, nudity is involved. That's part of what he does. And I am currently
Fabulous.
filling for time while his Twitter page loads.
I love
And
that.
that's the
Very
thing-
slow, the internet at the minute.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
the thing
Maybe it's because
about-
there's tinsel around it.
Yeah,
that'll be
maybe.
it.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
probably,
That's
mate.
famously.
Wait.
It worked.
Maybe the internet's slow.
Because there's tinsel
Tinsel's really
near
throwing off the Wi-Fi.
Well, I moved the tinsel and it worked.
Oh,
Scroll down.
That's such a your mum thing, isn't it?
oh.
Just keep
I
going,
love
keep
him.
going, keep going.
Oh, young naked Martin.
Keep going. We might have
He
to edit
does
a bit of
put
this
a
out.
lot
Keep
of
going. Yeah, he
content
does a
out,
lot.
doesn't he?
Keep going. There's one in particular I want to see.
Good lad. Is he married?
Keep going. He's got a partner.
Sure.
This one
Lucky
here.
bitch.
Here we
Poo
go.
and cream pies and a leak up my bum.
Now, what I will say about Martin is he always delivers, right?
Okay.
I mean, just from a gastro point of view,
Mm-hmm.
cream pies and a leak don't even go together orally.
That's not how you make a carbonara.
Well, it's
I just
not,
wanna
is it?
know-
You don't put leek in a carbonara. That's
I just want to know the
stupid.
order of it. I want to know
Yeah.
the order of how he's doing this.
Well.
Okay, good.
I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah.
You better.
I'll tell you what, this internet's quick now that tinsel's gone.
Tell you what. Oh, 2 bowls.
2 bowls. Yeah.
One man, 2 bowls.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Oh, I can't.
You can.
Sorry,
Oh,
you
so
can
it's
look
on
in
both
either
sides.
direction. Yeah.
And this is why we got 2 tellies.
Yeah, so you can't.
Oh.
wow.
He needs 2 bowls, it turns out. That is a man who knows his own bowels. isn't
And
it?
he does. And he's not.
Yeah.
He's practiced this. I can't bear it.
And he's hit the target both times.
Both
2
sides.
different bowls.
Look how proud he is.
Because he does eat, to be fair, the man's a pro. This isn't the
Oh,
first
say
bowl
he
he's
fucking
shit in.
is. Can you imagine if the neighbours can see into the garden?
I know,
Do you
yeah. There's quite a lot of high hedges.
Do you imagine if that's actually one of those normal?
Oh, that's too much cream for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Hattie. Is this
No, I'm
somehow
fine. No, I'm
worse?
absolutely fine.
No. I did not expect it to go on the head.
I'm sorry, Hattie. Is this worse than your spot popping videos?
Tell you what was mad. He got laid after this video.
Is this Ryan's dad?
Yeah.
Love for the best.
There we go. Now, I would say the leak is a bit superfluous in this video.
I was going to
My
say, I
note
think he's
would
jumped
be,
the
you're
shark.
already done.
I think he's jumped the shark.
I think this is
Yeah,
two
yeah.
separate
Where's the
videos.
leak? Where's the leak
He's
gone?
lubing it up. He's lubing it up with his own poo.
He's lubed it up with cream and poo.
He's gonna get-
And
he's
back
gonna get
from
a-
whence it came.
No, you can get an infection if you do that.
Oh, mate.
He is.
Don't do that with your feet, Martin. That's gross.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
I'd have preferred this than Captain Tom during the pandemic. Do you know what I mean?
This
Like,
is a real national
This
hero.
is a real national hero. Like, all Captain Tom did was walk.
Yeah.
This guy,
Anyone
this
could walk.
absolute OAP, MVP OAP.
He's doing all this for the Trussell Trust.
Yeah, he's going to hand that can of cream into the food bank
He
afterwards.
is.
Yeah. Food bites like, we've got a can of cream and some Smarties.
Oh, really. And one leak.
One singularly.
I love
I've had a leaky bum before.
Naked
Right,
Martin's
he's
the man.
unreal.
He's fucking great, isn't he?
He's so great.
Yeah, I like. He has done all sorts. He made a poo omelette. He's fried his spunk.
Does he
once.
eat it?
Yeah, he does.
He does not.
Does he eat it?
Of course he does.
We could find the. We could.
I'm actually okay. No, I'm actually okay. I'm actually okay.
Okay.
Let's go back to these. ones.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
naked man. That's a real find.
Yeah. Oh, he is an absolute legend. To be
Where
honest
does
with
he
you,
live?
I don't.
Is he from the north?
He's from the south. He's lived down south.
Basingstoke.
Somewhere around there.
Probably
Yeah.
that,
I think
yeah.
he's exactly in it. But yeah. Right. Can we have the woman talking to camera next to that one there? Yeah. This one, I don't know. I watched this without the sound. She talks to the camera for a bit. We might need to fast forward through it unless she's speaking English because I can't remember.
Oh, wow. Well,
But
fast forward.
Freddie speaks loads of languages.
So let's fast forward a bit. Go there. Keep going.
So just pause it a sec.
She's getting a pop spot.
Pause it a sec. So this is Brazilian.
Yeah, and you
And
speak
she's
this
saying,
as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I spent some time in Brasilia,
Yeah, good boy.
the capital.
Yep.
And she's saying, gosh, you're not going to believe what happens to me in a minute,
Oh, yeah.
but rest assured it's consensual.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what's
It's
happened
all about the
here-
content. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
This is a woman. What it actually is a woman reviewing her Brazilian butt lift. She's had the surgery on her ass, and it's safe to say it's not gone great.
Oh,
This is the woman they originally cast as Hot
Fast forward another
Maribel.
like 10 seconds. Go about there, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
give me
another 10 seconds.
Just pause it. Pause it. That's where I went wrong. She's not actually from Brazil. She's from Ecuador. Slightly different.
Lost in translation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Like
The
honestly,
word for consensual is bum lifting.
Yeah, it causes a lot of problems.
go another like
That's how she got into this mess.
go another like 20 seconds, Tom. Like there,
She's really
yeah.
sad.
There we go.
Okay, so we're getting into it now.
There we go.
So this is a ball.
Oh my God! Oh.
Wow.
Oh, inside of the arse!
Yeah.
You
Wow.
She's never going to sit down ever again.
She will never. How do you get a lift so wrong?
Yeah, you're not
It's
putting Smarties up
exploded.
that, are you?
You are not putting Smarties up that way. You could just get them straight in. Right, the question I have so many questions, which is, has she just woken up and she's on her own on
Oh,
her
no,
front?
it's rotted. That is rotted.
But
That's
like,
not infected.
what initially, like, do you reckon they did it and then the flesh rotted and then she's come back and she's been like, look, is it, because she can't
There's
see it. And
holes in
she's
my
like, can you get a
arse.
video of it?
Might have come
Does it
out of
really hurt?
bandages or something. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that is the original Hot Maribel and then they had to recast.
But like, there is no chance this is like that recent because it's all rotted and manky. So basically, all the skin on her arse cheeks is just rotted away, hasn't it? And
It's
just
like it's
that thick.
exploded.
Yeah. It's not good. It's not gone well.
It's not going to go well in Brazil either. Like, of all the places, like
Exactly.
they're
The
quite,
booty
they
capital.
love bums.
Yeah, all about that bunda.
Like, she'd probably be okay in, like, you know, Preston, but she, like, she'd still
Move
get
to
laid.
Surrey, you'll be
yeah,
fine.
she'd be fine. But like, she's not going to get away with that in Brazil, not at all.
She's going to
Not at
struggle
all.
getting on a flight, though. There's a lot of sitting
Yeah.
down on
You're gonna have to
flights.
sit on a little ring cushion, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. That's an advert for, you know, not, well, ideally not getting a bum lift, but
Sure. I mean, yeah, but you know, you've watched spot popping videos, so I'm sure you're fine.
I'm fine with it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Spot popping
From India.
from India.
Not,
Indian spot
not the
popping.
British
they
one.
are the real ones, by the way.
Yeah. So, hey, I will. Would you like to choose one, Hatty? Would you like
Yeah,
to
I
choose?
would like to choose one. Can we choose the one with the blue, the one to the right? That's
There
it,
we
yeah.
go. Yeah, okay, cool. Lovely stuff. Oh no!
Is it Pop
Pause
Spots?
this.
Is it Spot
Pause
Popping?
this. This is so much worse than that. We maybe should have finished on this one. This is
Let's finish on it anyway.
okay.
Let's finish.
This is right. It's a third world homemade sex change operation.
Oh,
Ah!
no.
No, it isn't.
Well,
Okay. Okay.
Which way are they going? Which way are they
We're going to
changing?
find
They're
out,
getting
Tom.
it
We're going to
off.
find out. We're
They're
going to find
getting-
out. Wait. I can't really see. Oh, she's already got blood in her hands. That's not a good sign. Just with nail scissors?
yeah.
Just with her nail scissors.
This might be the worst cut off cock we've ever had, and we've had a few.
And he's
Oh, look at the blood. Look at the blood underneath.
And he's
Yeah.
writhing around, which means the anaesthetic isn't working super
Yeah,
well.
no, it's like local anaesthetic. They keep jabbing him.
I mean,
like,
the person doing it has got no top on. Why?
Yeah.
True. Tom, yes. Why has she not got a top on?
That is, yeah, all right. That is actually a fairly fair point. You shouldn't be doing surgery with your
You
tits
shouldn't. You've got to at least have like the salon have to give you a polo neck. You know, they got one of those air
Pause
techs.
it. But what they have done,
She's chopped
to
her own
be
tits
fair
off.
to them, what they have done is they've laid a little blue piece of tarpaulin down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Love
Sanitary.
that, just to make it cleaner
Yeah,
for
yeah,
him.
yeah.
To make him feel like he's somewhere proper.
You look like you're struggling, Tom.
I really struggle.
Go on,
I love it when he gets like this.
go on, carry on.
No.
There's a lot of blood.
Wait, I can't actually see
Look
his,
at her
his
hands.
pee-pee. Oh, is there?
Yeah.
She's not even wearing gloves.
Why? I don't know why she started with blood on her hands.
Because like we've not come in before
Oh,
the
right, okay,
operation
fine.
has
So
begun.
we've
I mean,
come in
she has
halfway.
metaphorically got blood on her hands.
Well, she forever. But she has chopped her own boobs off, which is interesting.
Or added boobs. I think it might, they might also be a male-to-female
do you
trans
think
person.
she's-
It seems
I
to be
reckon
somewhere
they
like
probably
it
do
looks like
this.
somewhere like Thailand.
Exactly. I imagine there's probably quite a community where they just do this sort of
Just
thing
fact,
because
they
they can't
got
afford the
some boobs in the
surgery.
bin and they just, like-
This is what happens when sweatshops give their workers a false sense of confidence.
Yeah.
About,
It's like, well, I can make Nike Air Max.
Yeah, or health insurance. Yeah, this is actually
How
special
hard
health
can a fanny
insurance.
be?
Yeah,
exactly.
just a slit with a bit of wall paste.
Mate, the worst-
You want it a bit asymmetrical,
Yeah.
make it look natural.
Does it
worst-
feel good with this Billy Ham?
the worst thing about
That's what they made it out of. Why's your fanny got eyes?
no, the worst thing is
Happy ears.
it's got a swoosh tick. They put it on at an angle, just above the vagina. It says, "Just do it."
A Billy Bear Hamming.
Right.
Oh God.
That's the end of the show.
Who is it has that amazing joke? There's a comedian who has an amazing joke about like someone in America about like women's rights and all the women in like the West being like, we are. He's like, this fucking clit soaring happening. You guys are just fine.
Yeah, I don't know if this was FGM though. I think this was voluntary.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool to see the other way around though.
Yeah.
MGM, it's this in a casino.
Yeah.
Oh. Legend.
So, before we go, Hatty, it's been great having you on. What do you want to plug?
Just I'm moving to the north to have Scouse babies. So if anyone's interested in having Scouse babies with a ginger, just yell.
Also, season 1 of The Royals.
Oh, don't watch that. It's absolute trash. Absolute
Skip to season 2 when they get fit.
Season 2 with Hot Maribel. Get it on your planner.
Don't watch season 1, the Minger season.
Fudge yourself blind to Hot Maribel season 2 of The Royals.
Butter yourself up and have a lovely time.
And if you've enjoyed us, head over to the website deadmentalkpod.com, and on there you can sign up to our Patreon, and for just £3 a month you get an extra episode every single week. You get access to all the videos that we've just watched. You get access to all our extra special content, all the stuff that we make, like the live roast shows, Rob's punishment set, the sex dungeon, the wrestling special.
You've got to stop listing this shit. It drives me mental every episode.
There's also
sorry. Chekhov's gun.
So long. We keep doing more things. You can't list all of them.
There's the merchandise on the website as well. Rob's wearing stuff, and Tom's wearing stuff, and there's stuff that'll fit me eventually. And also, as well, there's links to social media and our live shows because we're going on tour.
Mugs. Buy a mug.
Billy Bear dildos. I'm going to sell them soon.
In May, we're going on tour. We've got several dates
all
over the country. You can find all of that shit on deadmentalkpod.com, so please do check it out. Other than that, we'll see you next week. Go fuck yourselves.